Hello everybody and welcome back to the channel. I am ManBearPig97 and today we are back with another episode of Day R Survival. Now in the last episode we had just finished the quest, helping Gina, all that, progressing with the Institute of Virology. Now, after that, I attempted to produce a video of the next segment in the quest. In doing so, I kind of screwed myself. Because I came into a quest log where I had to kind of select proper choices, and I feel like I did okay with the choices. The problem was I came up against 3 different enemies, all 3 of which with AK-47s. Now these AK-47s were extremely deadly, and my little old pea shooters were just not quite enough. That being said, I gave it a hell of a shot, but they mopped the floor with me. So, since that attempted video, I have been grinding out like a madman, trying to get up as many resources as possible, so that way I can make up enough gunpowder grenades to do the job I require, which is that little house right next to my base. Now there is a text quest segment, sequence, whatever you like best, that will have you selecting multiple different outcomes, where it's basically, it boils down to you do everything right and you can limit the amount of enemies that you will fight in the initial ending battle against them. And needless to say, I did alright. I got everything that I could get, done. I mean, there may have been 1 or 2 other instances that I could have done a little better. But there was 4 guys. I got one of them murdered, so to speak, without anybody else noticing at the time. And then it all just kind of spiraled downhill. Things didn't work out the way that I'd hoped. So I had to scrap that video, as much as I hate to say it. I could have posted it, yes. I could have posted it just to show that, I screw up very easily quite often, but I don't think y'all want to see that. Maybe you do. If you do, hey, let me know down in the comment section if you'd like to see some, videos of me screwing up to show that I'm not that great of a gamer. Just let me know, I'll be happy to do it. But until then, yeah. Need I say more? So we are grinding out things such as nails, primarily. I've got a bit of bone glue left. I've got roughly 11 gunpowder grenades. It might be enough, it might not. But just because I'm the type of person I would rather have it and not need it than need it and not have it, we're gonna try to see if we can't get a few more nails. I did not go into that bandit camp. I went to the canteen, hoping they had more salt. I've got a bit of bone glue left, but not a lot. And in order to make bone glue, I need bones, water, salt, things like that. Well, I've pretty much ran completely out of salt. Plain and simple. And then to make matters worse, I am completely out of nails. And those are the 2 main ingredients to making gunpowder grenades. So that is not exactly preferable. But, I mean, who knows? Maybe we'll get lucky find the material that we need. Like I say, I've got 11 gunpowder grenades. That might be enough, but I would feel a lot more comfortable if I had between 15 and 20 versus 11. Against 2, 1, 11 would be perfect. Be plenty. But against 3 enemies, I got a feeling that I'm going to run just shy. And those AK-47s, man, if I if I can figure out exactly the proper way to do the quest, pick them off one by one, great. That would be amazing. Like, just absolutely amazing. I think what I did wrong, honestly, is there comes a point, it basically takes you to a cabin. I don't want to give too many spoilers away, but you can either just charge in and try to take them out, being all gung-ho Rambo, freaking resurrected. Or you could play the sneaky role, sneak around the house, search here, watch through there, and basically watch every step they make. And then when you get them in certain instances, you have a choice to pick them off. Now, I basically made the mistake of when I got one of them alone, instead of doing something like strangling him with the electrical cord that I found, I decided to slit his throat with a knife. It worked, but then when he was called upon to come eat the food that I happened to have poisoned, they found the pool of blood because I slit his throat instead of just strangling him and them thinking, oh, well, he's asleep. Had I done that, they might have just assumed he was sleeping, no harm, no foul. Yeah. That stuns them for 3 turns, really. Let's find out. That's all I've got. And let's rest a bit. Then we will take out that Raiders location. Maybe see if we can get a bit more resources there that we need. Nails, glue, tape, something. Like I have a few tape. How many tape do I have? I've set all of my tape here because you know, yeah, 64 tape. Also, just dawned on me, we also got to level up in the last video. And you remember me telling you to save at the beginning of these videos. I said to make sure to hang on to at least 1 chemical suit, correct? This is why. Combined armor gives you 441 damage resistance and 5 points of radiation. So you're literally taking that combined armor and the armor that I'm wearing now, which is the highway armor, combined them, and then put them on steroids. And you pretty well have an idea of what we could acquire with, yeah, it's amazing. Amazing. It has the exact same radiation resistance as the chemical suit because, of course, it is made with a chemical suit. But my highway armor is giving 330 points of armor with 2 points of radiation resistance. But we look at the combined armor, it's giving 441. So maybe, if we can get this combined armor built, maybe make a few more gunpowder grenades, we might be able to get lucky. Which I could make 2 more grenades there, but I need a bit more gunpowder. So that makes 13 gunpowder grenades we have, and that may be enough. Hey, you never know. Either way it goes, I need more salt, and I need to tan some hides. Just like Mama used to do. Y'all remember? I know you remember how Mama used to tan that hide. And you knew when it was coming too, because how often would Mama use your full name? She'd holler that full name and your butt would just clench. It would clench. I know mine would. Which I was if you can imagine, I was not the best of children. I did what I want when I wanted, and I went basically balls to the wall. So because of that, my mother did have to discipline me a time or two. And you know what? I feel like I deserved every bit of it, and it was completely justified. I don't mean to get on a rant. Maybe y'all love a good rant. Y'all have never heard me personally do a decent rant. But let me ask you this and tell me if you can honestly sit here and complain against, if you can argue against this. How many children grew up strictly having the corner discipline? Put your nose in the corner. You got 5 minutes in the corner. The corner? What the did the corner ever do? Most kids that get put in the corner are still playing in the corner, and they grow up to be those little bastards that you want to pull your belt off and beat within an inch of their life. That might be a bit much, I know. But at the same time, those are the ones that generally will walk up and push a little old lady down just to jack her purse, then kick her while she's down, spit on her, and then not even be able to figure out how to get into the damn purse because they're too ignorant to really understand it. They say, well, if it had a joystick or a controller, I might could get in it, but I don't know how to work snaps. It's sad. The world we live in today. How often do you hear a kid nowadays even say, yes ma'am, no ma'am, yes sir, no sir? I grew up that way. That was the way I was raised. Most of us probably were. If you're at least 20, 25, odds are mom and daddy raised you with a little bit of common decency and self-respect. Respect for others. Love thy neighbor. Unless, of course, thy neighbor turns out to be some creepy John Wayne Gacy, then yeah, you know, go ahead, blow his house up. I didn't say that. You know, at that point, yeah, grab you a freaking big old iron skillet and knock him upside the head. He's a fucking crazy psychopath. But if it's honestly good people, why? So this is the point where we're overcumbered. So this is what we're going to do. Watch this. Bam. Like how that works out? That's why I always recommend when you're doing something like that, try to make sure that that little extra camp where you're pulling items from searching is partially overlapping your actual base. That way, God forbid, if you wind up like me, overcumbered, all you got to do is just dump some stuff, walk right over to where you're in both bases at the same time, and then pick everything back up. Bada bing, bada boom. Getting on up there on our way, but that's because we're riding the bicycle that I crafted instead of riding our motorcycle because we will run quickly out of fuel. This is what I always recommend. Get you whatever your primary vehicle is, take something extra. Always carry with you like a regular bicycle, or I would recommend just a regular bike. They're not super heavy to where you can't carry anything else with it, like for instance the bicycle cart. Yeah, you'll carry a lot more, but it also weighs a lot more than the regular bicycle. So then whenever you're hauling everything off, you're not going to be able to carry that much when you're actually moving your entire loop. But it's good to have a regular bicycle so that way whenever you go to do like I'm doing now, where I'm back and forth searching towns out, this right here strictly takes bicycle parts, machine oil, and then your toolkit, okay? Now compare that, where's it at, to the motorcycle. The motorcycle takes 1 motorcycle part, 100 machine oil, 5 insulated tape, 5 wire, and your toolkit. So needless to say, it takes a lot less resources to repair the bicycle than it does the motorcycle. So keep that in mind. You want to try to be as low weighted as possible while looting the towns, because the less weight you carry, the faster you can search items, like search locations out for whatever loot may be inside. And then on top of that, you don't want to waste out what durability you have on your actual bicycle or your motorcycle, because then you might wind up kind of spending more resources than what you're making. If you're burning through more insulated tape and wire trying to repair your motorcycle than what you're finding, sooner or later you're going to run out. And I've had it happen one too many times where I've not just ran out, but ran out at a key point in time where now I'm walking around a long ways trying to search for parts so I don't completely break down my bicycle, because once your bicycle becomes completely broken, all you can do is disassemble it. You cannot repair it. Once it is completely broken, like the bicycle, if that's what you're on and you let it completely break down without repairing its durability, it becomes this right here, where the only option you get is to disassemble it for bicycle parts. So then you've just made yourself backtrack that many steps in a sense. So it's good to keep that in mind. Yes, you may be making more trips because your bicycle doesn't carry as much, so therefore you're making trips back and forth repeatedly. But if you do it right, the only time you should be having to go back is not only to unload your burden, but to rest because you're about to pass out. But if you do it right, you won't pass out. You'll do everything just perfectly to make sure that it all works out the way you want it to. I've got to figure out something for more ammo, because I cannot keep up with TT ammo for the life of me. Well, let's see what happens. Or wait, let me make sure my pet is healed up. He's completely healthy, but he's a little hungry. Three of them, of course. Beautifully done so far, if I do say so myself. They still can move, but they're going to miss me 100%. And that's what we want. Now, okay. I honestly wasn't sure, because I have the perk that enables me to regain an action point when I kill an enemy. And I honestly wasn't sure if killing an enemy with the Raven still gave me said point. But apparently, it does. Which I'm very pleased with. And I don't understand what's up with this one guy. He never moves. Like, he stays right there until you are able to essentially start attacking him. Until the moment you start attacking the guy, he just kind of sits there and does his little sniffles. I don't know if he's sick or just in the loony bin. I'm not 100% sure, to be honest with you. Oh well, his ignorance is my gain. because I could use whatever loot y'all have on you. Most preferably, actually. Like, I really want your loot, Sunshine. Come on, baby, let me kill you. You need to be dropped anyhow, sweetheart. You had a good run. Check that. 3 defeats, 3 enemies dealt with, 43 experience for me and my Raven, okay? And look at all the loot. That's why it is always good, if you can, I want to give you an idea here, check it. That is why it is good to attack any little bandit base that you see, any little stronghold, or anything like that you see, like what I just attacked. They're not going to be as strong as the people that you will fight in actual stories. Just get you, like, for instance, the stun grenade that I used. I only needed 1. It lasts for 3 turns. They still move around and attack, but they do no damage because they miss the attack every time because they get 100% blindness. There's nothing they can do. So use something like that. Blind them, kill them, loot everything they've got, because look at the loot we got from 1 location. I hope I can carry it all, honestly. And you notice what we got? A few nails. Although I don't think we got any. Well, we've got 3 salt. That's not quite enough. Excuse me. Congestion early in the morning is no bueno. What do we got over here? Hello, Dolly. I love locations like this. They not only have a military outpost, but they are a military base, if you will. Hey, I love it. Give me all the nails you can get, and hopefully have salt in the box. Come on. Or we'll get attacked by a radioactive wolf. That works too, I guess. I guess that'll do, pig. That'll do. It's like, do I really want to fight this wolf? Because I know it's good XP, but it's not like I have an ample supply of ammunition. He's got 250 health. I think I'm just going to sit this one out, honestly. We don't have a lot of time left in the video, and I mean, at that point, I'm not hurting for XP. Look, we got nails! A box nailed together full of nails. We now have 60 some odd nails. Now, we just need to find more salt for bone glue. Search and ye shall find. Or something like that, right? Hey, it's okay. Give me something good, eh? Come on, man. I need something muy bueno. Necesito grande gun. I want a big old boomstick. Let's shop smart. Shop S-Mart. Anybody know that reference? Let me know down in the comment section if you know that reference. I'll mention you in the next video. How about that? I'll even do you one better, alright? This is my boomstick! Who refers to their gun as a boomstick? Let me know down in the comment section, and I will mention you in a to-come video. I don't have enough energy. Good thing I got 3 of these Diablabaloo 34s from the Bandit base. Thank God Smokey wasn't at the Bandit's house, because I didn't feel like having to fight Burt Reynolds. He's pretty old. I don't even know if he's honestly still kicking. Forgive me if I just, like, straight up offended somebody with that, but, I mean, that just goes to show how often I keep up with stuff. In this day and age, it's hard to keep up with anything. I'm sure y'all, everybody that watches this video, I'm sure will be quick to agree with me that in this day and age, it's rather difficult to keep track of anything. We've got so much crap going on. Coronavirus is running rampant on everybody, trying to fight just to stay at work. Where I live, we just got over not that long ago probably the most snow I've ever seen in my lifetime at one time, and I'm 31 years old. I'm not exactly a spring chicken, to say the least. Uh-oh, SpaghettiOs. If I didn't know any better, I would say Weeze is overnumbered. Now, you always want to enter into fighting wolves at all times. Whether you plan on actually fighting them or not, doesn't really matter. You want to make sure to attempt it regardless. You never know. You might get lucky and find the wolf cub. Because this is one of the essential ways to acquire a pet wolf cub, is to fight wolves randomly. Another, you can get in a quest. Yes, you can get a quest that has it. I will admit, that is a thing. But I don't quite, because last I recall, I thought we've already done the quest that should have given you. The one I made the boo-boo on, and didn't use the smoke bomb that I went out of my way to make to fight the creepy blind psycho wolf. No, I thought I had the perk that would fire back a pistol round when needed, but I guess not. Drink that, and have a sip of that, and then we'll butcher these guys down to get some bones. Oh boy. Gas mask ran out of power. Whatever will we do? We're gonna get over it. That's what we gonna do. I'm a little bit overcumbered. Can't move an inch. A little bit overcumbered. What am I gonna do? We're gonna break that down. We're gonna drop that. Gonna break another one of these bad boys down, because there's no reason to carry multiples when you have so much you can. I don't need that. Don't need both of those, because I've got one, even though it is shooting poison. Or actually, it was one of those. Durability 37, durability 57. That one's in the best shape. We'll switch that one over. Drop one. Bam! Now I've got the better one. And that's how that works there. Now then, what has got me so over encumbered? I need to drop roughly 9 pounds. So we'll apply that. These books are going to have quite a bit to do with it. That much I am certain. Tailed Rizzoli? Like, are we making Rizzoli out of, like, rat tails? Is that what you're stating? Oh, decisions. We need to get our energy back up. Because one of the reasons we're so overcumbered is this right here. But at the same time, it's going to give us the level up we need, among many other things. Oh, now that is something, man. Now that's a tough choice. Gas mask durability, max energy up 25, damage versus people up 10%, starting action points 3, explosive damage up 10%. Every one of those we could use. I mean, we could use every one of them. But that's the one I need more than anything. I'm just going to go ahead and say it. I need that one more than I do anything else. I'm going to go ahead and apply one of these and be done with it. Now, if it would have had the strong back perk option, I probably would have got that one right off the bat over anything else. Whoa! Hey now. Wait just a cotton picking minute. That is probably one of the worst jobs to ever have. I actually have a family member years and years ago that owned a small cotton farm. Like, when I say small cotton farm, I don't mean back in the era of any slavery or anything like that. Nothing along those lines. Just a personal little, they were huge on making their own, like, clothing and things like that. They had a small patch of cotton out the back, and I know for a fact that is one of the most unpleasant, painful, like, dude. A cotton plant, bush, whatever you want to call it, is just a giant thorn bush with bits of cotton sticking out on the end, okay? So, imagine that for a minute. You cannot. Ooh, yeah, you can't go messing with that stuff without tearing your hands up. So keep that in kind of a perspective for what people had to go through when they were forced to be messing with that shit. Did you know? No. Insanity. I feel for everybody that had to deal with that shit back in the day. Couldn't imagine. Don't honestly think I want to. But it ain't no joke. I'm not trying to defend or accuse or side with anybody, nothing. I'm just stating a fact. That's literally it. It was rough, man. But then again, back in the day, everything was a lot more rough than it is today. We have got it made today compared to what we had back in the day. Like, they didn't have nothing. Oh, I'm so overcumbered, and I hate to drop anything like this, but I'm going to have to. No, let's not, because, yeah. I didn't realize that has a lifespan, and we are not trying to... There we go. We'll just drop that. Let's go dump this stuff back at camp so we can be able to get a little more. We've still got quite a bit of grinding to do. I'm going to see if I can't maybe get most of the grinding done off camera before the next video. I'd like to get that combined armor made. I would also like to get enough bombs, gunpowder grenades, if you will, to be able to do what needs to be done at that bandit house. And I'm sorry, Those AK-47s, I'm not going to be able to stand a chance against them with this armor, or for that matter, without gunpowder grenades. Because gunpowder grenades, I've said it before, and if I've said it once, I'll say it 1,500 freaking times. Gunpowder grenades are the best line, or the best tactic. Let me rephrase that. The best tactic to use, because it is going to stagger them. They cannot attack for an entire turn. So if you're just steadily lobbing grenades at them, they'll never attack and you never get hit. Plain and simple. You can't lose that way. I mean, you can, but you can't, if that makes sense. It's one of those things. Check it out, though. Let me know down in the comment what you think of the game. Let me know down in the comment section what you'd like to see in future, videos. I've started playing some new stuff on PS4, and I'm trying to get a little bit into it so that way I can actually have something to make a video on. So, I started playing Dreadnought, which is basically a spaceship version of World of Warship Legends. Amazing game. Also started playing Remnant from the Ashes. Crazy. That's all I'm going to say about it. If you want to see anything about them, videos, let me know down in the comment section. With that being said, this is all the time we have in today's video, so if you like what I'm doing and you want to see more, hit a like, subscribe if you haven't, turn on the bell for notifications so you never missed a new video. Please, share to everybody you know. Get the word out there. The more likes and views and subscribers I have, the more I will put into this channel. So, that being said, I will see you in the next video, and I hope y'all have a wonderful rest of your week. Have a good one. Later.